You've tuned into another edition of The Break Room, a weekly conversation about how the City of St. Augustine works from those who do the work every day. Hosted by the City of St. Augustine's Communications Director, Melissa Whistle, The Break Room offers a closer look at the different city departments and provides updates on current and upcoming projects and events. And now, your host of The Break Room, Melissa Whistle.
Welcome to The Break Room. Thanks for joining us. The Break Room is a place where we can sit back together for a few minutes and take a break from our daily work, catch up with coworkers, and hear about what's happening in and around the city, as well as in St. Johns County. I'm Melissa Whistle. Joining me in the break room this week is a returning guest, two guests with us this week, Commissioner Trish Becker of the Anastasia Mosquito Control District, as well as Science Manager and Entomologist Dr. Whitney Qualls. On your last visit to the break room, we were talking about mosquitoes, and we had quite a bit still left remaining to talk about, so welcome back to the break room.
Thanks for having us back.
Glad to have both of you here. Let's start with, what am I doing as a resident or not doing? And either of you, Dr. Qualls or Trish, please jump in. What can I be doing as a resident and looking around my yard? What am I doing right? What am I doing wrong when it comes to mosquito control?
Well, if you notice that you're getting mosquitoes, especially kind of by your doorways, then you know you've got some sort of outbreak happening. And so mosquitoes can only lay their eggs in water, and they need just one water bottle cap full, about an ounce full of water, to stay stagnant for 5 days, and that can grow 200 mosquitoes.
One bottle cap?
Yep.
Okay.
So the first thing you want to make sure to do is not have any pollutions around your house. I live kind of in a more rural area. We've got drains in front of our yard. So sometimes people throw trash out. Well, these nasty bugs love plastic, and they love to lay their eggs in plastic. So make sure you don't have any trash around and pick it up. The second thing you want to do is, if you do have mosquitoes, you want to put in a service request at AMCD.SJC.org, and one of our technicians will come out sometimes as fast as a half hour and sometimes the next day.
Okay. So I can call and get somebody to come out to my house.
Yes.
And actually walk around with me and give me some pointers and say, you have a cat water cup in your backyard that stays full of water all the time, and maybe it's something as simple as that.
That's right. And the first thing our technicians will do is inspect. We cannot treat a property without inspecting it. So a technician will come out, inspect it, and then if they have any problems, then they'll talk with you through that and let you know what you can do. And Dr. Qualls can go into some of those things.
Right. So as Commissioner Becker mentioned, any type of container that you have in your backyard or in and around your home that's holding water is certainly a great potential breeding site for mosquitoes. If you have a ditch that's not flowing properly, then that's something you need to take into consideration as well. Gutters, a lot of times gutters can get clogged. So that's something that you want to inspect. Kind of maybe have a yearly inspection list, right? Mm-hmm. So right at like this time of year when it's getting ready for mosquito season, have a little checklist of things in and around your yard that you might want to make sure aren't holding water or aren't clogged. Get those cleaned up. Additionally, what you also can do is, if you're out during peak mosquito hours, that you're wearing bug repellent. So there are 5 EPA registered repellents, active ingredients. So we always encourage to go on the CDC website, or you can even go to our website, and we have that information available. These are ones that have been evaluated, and they're tried and true, right? We know the complete protection time that they're going to provide. These are ones that if you go to any store, you can find those active ingredients on the bottles. Make sure that you wear it. Make sure you read the label, but they're safe for you to use. Mm-hmm. And also importantly, they protect mosquitoes from biting you, right? So, or you can wear long sleeves and pants. However, we have some mosquito species here in this county that can bite right through it, right?
Really?
So we always encourage wearing mosquito repellent. Okay. So, those are just like easy things, right, that you can do throughout the year as far as inspecting your home and wearing repellent when you're out enjoying activities. And they even have a new version, a dry formulation. So I know a lot of people's complaints are it's too oily, bug repellent is too messy. But there's some really nice dry formulations that go on, and it smells nice, and you don't feel sticky.
Mm-hmm. So the dry, is it a lotion or a powder?
It's still a spray, but it goes on dry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, think of like a dry deodorant spray. It's the similar type of technology, and they're still just as effective.
Okay.
And it is really interesting with the bug spray. We work closely with the USDA and our armed forces. So in the previous show, I had talked about that mosquitoes kill more humans than anything else in the world. And they also have been, up until very recently, the number one cause of our service men and women to die in combat.
Really?
And so, like, for example, the Vietnam War, 30,000 people died there, but 60,000 more of those were from mosquito-related illnesses. So we work, Dr. Qualls and some of our other team go out there, and every Army, Navy uniform has this bug spray built into it. It's good up for 80 washes because some of these mosquitoes can bite through your clothing. If they're that hungry, and remember only the females bite, they can use that proboscis and just cut right through you.
Those girls just get right through there.
Oh, they got to feed those babies now.
That's really fascinating. And military uniforms are heavy.
Yes.
And thick, very stiff. That's really interesting information about how they are so deadly.
Yes.
Let's pause here for a quick second and do a quick identification. You are listening to The Break Room. I'm Melissa Whistle, Communications Director for the City of St. Augustine. Joining me today in studio, Anastasia Mosquito Control District Commissioner Trish Becker and Science Manager and Entomologist Dr. Whitney Qualls. It's fascinating conversation having you both back. You were mentioning the things that we can do. I wanted to ask a question. Tell me a little bit about the bromeliad and the plants. Is it bromeliads? There's plants that really hold, they're like little cups of water, and I never really gave that any thought. But look around your yard at some of the plant species that we have planted as well.
Well, I learned that the hard way. I had tons of them by my gate. And so when my technician came out, when I would put in a request, he's like, well, where are they at? And I said, oh, over here. And he started laughing. He's like, well, you got a whole bunch of hotels here. And I said, what are you talking about? He goes, oh, we call these mosquito hotels in our business. And so a bromeliad can hold about an inch of water or more sometimes. So every single leaf on that plant is a mosquito room that can host, if you remember, just a catful.
And those are the pretty purple.
The pretty ones. They come out and they look so nice. But those are potentially millions a year that you're growing.
You're right. It's essentially a capful in every one of those.
Every single one. And so if one capful grows 200, check out how many leaves you have, and that's how many you could be growing.
So maybe think about those pretty purple little plants.
So either take those out of your yard and just get rid of them, or a little trick is to put a little bit of Dawn dish soap, or any dish soap, in a water bottle and spray the plant. And so that kind of like oiliness won't hurt the plant or the soil, and it keeps the mosquito eggs from sticking to the plant.
Okay, almost
so there's
like a
lots of any other plants or trees in your yard. Sometimes a limb falls off and you have a little like dip, the little hole that goes there. Well, that can be the same thing. So water lilies, anywhere you have standing water can make mosquitoes. So another way that we do kind of organic methods are we grow gambusia fish. And so if you have a pond in your yard or any kind of larger standing body of water, you can call us and we can bring you out fish for free to put in there. And they eat the mosquito larvae that are floating on top of the water.
Wow.
And so even some of the mosquitoes have like a glue-like substance to their eggs, and they can stick to, say, like a leaf. And even if the water dries up a little bit, when it comes back up, those eggs can grow in 5 days, even if they've been sitting there for a year. So these little fish can eat those up. And we do some other really cool methods other than just the fish that Dr. Qualls could tell you about.
Yeah, so actually tying it back to the bromeliads, right? So the bromeliads are an important breeding site for the Zika vectors, right? So we talked about that on the last show, Aedes aegypti and Aedes albopictus, the scientific cool names. But they are the Zika vectors, and so they will utilize bromeliads as a larval habitat. So interestingly, we have been working in downtown St. Augustine doing what we call a sterile insect release, right? So it's called sterile insect technique, and we release irradiated males. So as Commissioner Becker likes to mention, it's kind of like birth control for mosquitoes, right?
Yeah.
So mosquitoes only mate once, and so if you have a male that has been irradiated, meaning that they're no longer able to produce viable offspring, the female thinks she's mated. When she goes to lay her eggs, she lays them, but then they never hatch. So this is a method that we're evaluating. We've seen great success with it. This is a project that we have funded through the CDC, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, in collaboration with the USDA and University of Florida Entomology program. So it's continuing on. We've been doing that for about a year, and we'll continue on until June of 2021.
Fascinating. You guys have a lot of cool stuff going on out there, too.
Do. And we got to go and see that get done in person, where they have the radiation lab where they put those in. They put the mosquitoes to sleep, then they put them in. What we're hoping for is we've just recently asked the state to help us fund to have our own SIT facility, because then all these other counties near us that don't have their own mosquito control or maybe have city-run mosquito controls that can't do the independent research that we do, that they help us in matching funds so we could build our own. And mosquitoes don't know what a zip code is. They don't know where the county line ends and where it begins. So it's really important that we look out for our neighbors because, for example, in Duval County, they have some really hardworking mosquito control people there, but it's not a independent district like there is here. And so they had about 20 cases of West Nile last year, whereas we haven't had one since 2006. So we want to really make sure that our neighbors are as protected as they can be.
You guys have, or I say you, but we, the county, it's a state-of-the-art, world-renowned, if you will, program, you all do out there.
We're hailed as one of the best programs in the entire world. In February, our director, Dr. Rudy Hsu, he is, like people say, the man. No matter where you are in the world, if you're in mosquito control, you know who he is. He just received an award from the World Health Organization in February in the Netherlands because of his dedication to these little bugs.
Well, congratulations to you and to us for having that kind of leadership and science and expert, and both of you as well, Dr. Qualls. And I know, Trish, you said you've come into this because you were one of those moms that said, "Don't spray over my house. You're killing my pets." Yeah. And you've learned it really isn't quite what we think it is.
That's right. It is. It's all of us, everyone that works at Anastasia, we all want to stay safe. So we're not going to use anything that could hurt ourselves. So we're certainly not going to hurt you. We work very closely with the St. Johns County Beekeepers Association. We work very closely with different environmental groups. We're partners with the Matanzas Riverkeeper. And we go out on the litter getter boat, which is a fantastic opportunity if you've never been out, and collect trash. And we collected 50 pounds of trash in less than 45 minutes.
Wow.
And that's along the Matanzas waterway, where there's no houses. It's not a public beach. It's a little island somewhere. Like, that amount of trash should not be there. So that's why I've stepped up and I continuously have asked the city of St. Augustine and St. Augustine Beach to do away with single-use plastics, because those mosquitoes love those plastics. Right. And those plastics get thrown out by tourists or other folks. And so we, can't go spray the beach.
Right.
So if we don't have places where they can breed at, then we don't have problems.
Every little bit helps. Yeah. Avoiding all those little teeny tiny cups, those little teeny tiny bottle top cups full of water.
Exactly.
Well, again, we've run out of time talking mosquitoes. It's great having you both here. Thank you, and come back. I want to remind everybody that it's the AMCD SJC. That's short for Anastasia Mosquito Control District, stjohnscounty.org. On the web, you can call 904-471-3107, but check it out and just Google the Anastasia Mosquito Control District to find out all you needed to know and more about mosquitoes.
Or head to trishthecommish.com if you want to find out more about what I'm doing in the education programs.
Excellent. Thank you both for joining us.
Thanks.
As we wrap up another edition of The Break Room, I hope we answered your questions. If we didn't, take a minute and drop an email to info@citysanog.com. Remember, in order to stay connected, you need to be connected, so be sure to like us and follow us on any of our social media platforms. You'll find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at City St. Aug. Until next time, thanks for tuning in.
You've been listening to The Break Room, a weekly program addressing projects and programs offered by the City of St. Augustine. Join us each week as the city's communications director, Melissa Whistle, has in-depth conversations with the people who make our town work to meet the needs of our community. The Break Room is produced by communications specialist for the City of St. Augustine, Cindy Walker, and engineered by Flagler College communication major, Lily McNeil. See you at this time next week for another edition of The Break Room.